Hey guys, what's going on? Troy and Mountain Man Transfer here, and this was one crazy good weekend.
Mountain Man. Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales and estate sales. I go to thrift stores. I buy stuff. I sell it again online, and I make a profit. That's how I pay the bills. And this weekend was really good, both on a sourcing level, but on a selling level primarily. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to take a look at what sold out of my eBay store. We had 29 things, I believe, so not quite as many items selling this weekend, but we had some really good sales. One particularly good. We'll get to that. Let's go over to the counter, take a look at what sold. Definitely a very good weekend and a couple of highlights in there, and then a lot of really solid sales. And I'm not even really sure where to start. We'll just start right here in this one, actually. An international sale. This is electronic basketball. I've sold this one before, so I knew when I picked it up it was going to be good. I paid $3 for it, which, too much, honestly, but I knew it would sell. So, rather than fiddling around with a couple of dollars, I just paid the $3, and it sold inside of about 2 weeks or so. It sold for $15.19 plus. It's actually got international shipping up to Sweden. So that's pretty cool. This is not the original electronic basketball. This was the remake, the retro version, but still really cool. Sold a lot of video games over the weekend. I listed a whole pile of them to try and get some listings up quickly on Thursday and Friday. And so some of those sold, which is a good thing. Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction for the PS3. This one sold for $9.98 plus shipping. This one is still new and sealed for the PS3. It's add-on content for Borderlands 2. Not a real high dollar seller, but it was able to be sold because it was new. $8.99 free shipping. So not a whole lot there. Some of the Maddens do sell. This one does actually sell relatively well. Black Label for the PlayStation 2. This is Madden NFL 11. It sold for $8.99 plus shipping. One buyer bought a couple of low-dollar games, but combined them and made it a pretty nice little sale. For the PS2, Black Label, this is Gun. And then that same buyer also purchased Enter the Matrix. This is a greatest hits, not a Black Label. So this, not the first game that came out. It was popular, so they re-released it. That's what the greatest hits and the red banner on top of there means. But together, $10.97 plus shipping. We sold for the PS2 Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, $6.99 plus shipping. For the GameCube, Need for Speed Underground 2 GameCube games, guys. Really good very often. They sell very quickly. $15.19 plus shipping. I think that lasted about a day. For the Wii U, New Super Mario Brothers U. Not a real high dollar game, but still $7.99 plus shipping, and it sold in about 1 day. And then for the Wii, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. This is a cool game. It sold for $9.98 plus shipping. So that wraps up all of our video game sales. We'll move those out of the way. We've got some shoes. Well, let's do this one. It's just sitting right there in the way. Sparks in Outer Space. Another cassette tape going out. I actually have 2 copies of this, so one left after this one went out. $9.48 plus shipping. I think that an offer that I sent. These are pretty good. These are not new, but you can see very clean. I took a little bit of a Clorox wipe bath to these. They weren't actually all that dirty to start with. These are really good, guys. These Converse Chuck Taylors. The ones you're looking for are right here. The slide-ons, they're called Shorelines. And these I picked up for just a couple of bucks, and they sold very quickly after I finally listed them. $29.24 plus shipping for those. Sold another one of our vintage head covers. This one, of course, Minnie Mouse. This, the first one, to stay here in the States. The first one went to Taiwan, and that was, I think, Pluto. And then we shipped Mickey Mouse up to Canada. Minnie is staying right here in the U.S., $15.99 plus shipping on that one. Viewer sale, actually sent out an offer here on the Blow Pop Duck. I had 2 of these, so still got 1 left. I think there's a Junior Mints and maybe a Dots, I think. We're almost out of Little Ducks. And I sent out an offer on this. Turned out it was to Carrie, $4.99 plus shipping. So, Carrie, thank you so much for that. That one is super cool. We've got a hat that I picked up just this weekend, new with tags. Got it to it. Well, it was $1 in the bin, but I ended up getting 5 hats and a 50-cent T-shirt, I think. So it should have been $5.50, and she charged us $4. So, I mean, let's just say I'm $1 into this for easier math. It sold in 1 day, $16.24 plus shipping. How about some movies? A Scanner Darkly on Blu-ray. This is a harder one to find. It took a couple months to sell, but this is a really good title to find. It will sell if you can get your hands on it. I sent out an offer, and it went $14.99 plus shipping. Lower dollar sales here, but still. Tom Selleck, the Western collection. This one, $4.99 plus shipping. I think I paid $1 for it. Same time, I picked up this one, Sam Elliott, the Western collection. It's a shame that Sam Elliott is not as valuable as Tom Selleck, but sure enough, again, $1 for it. Sold for $2.99 plus shipping. This one's been sitting around for a while, but finally did go out. The Lair of the White Worm. I don't know, never heard of it, but it looked cheesy enough for me to pick this thing up. And sure enough, it sold $5.99 plus shipping. Missed this one over here. We do have another video game going out for the Sega Genesis. This is Mortal Kombat 2. It's obviously the cartridge only, so not a real high dollar item here, but $5.99 plus shipping for that. We'll move you out of the way. We already did that. How about we just jump to it? This is the best one of the day. One of the best we've had, actually, on eBay. This was tagged. I don't think we've seen this garage sale yet. I got it at the same place that I got a whole mess of hats. You've seen me sell some of them. Actually, this one right here. We'll get to that one, but that one came from the same place as well. This guy had a sporting goods connection. He was a rep or something, and so had all this freebie stuff. Well, this, he said, well, that was in the bottom of a tote. I don't need it. So he put it on the table. He put it on the table for $60. And I asked if they would take $50. He said yes. This is, guys, look right here. It's from Redfield, but it was made by Leupold, and Leupold is a great brand for optics. And what they did here is, this is a Vietnam-era replica. It was supposed to be, it's on the cover there, it's black. It was supposed to, this is actually produced in OD green, the military green. At least that's what they intended. It actually came out much lighter and brighter. The color was a little bit off, but otherwise, it's an incredible piece. This thing is the United States Marine Corps M40 replica. This was the scope that they had on their sniper rifles in Vietnam. This is the exact same thing. So building an M40, restoring an M40, something like that, this would be a period accurate piece to put on their rifle. And so for those folks, this is a great piece. For collectors, this is a great piece. They only made 1,000 of these. And this is from, 20 years ago, something like that. They only made 1,000. The optics are crystal clear. It's beautiful. And look at this thing. It's still sealed. It's got the factory wrap on it. And he was like, yeah, it was sitting in the bottom of a tote. It's a little bit of a collector's piece now. Well, yeah, it is. I listed it high, guys, because there were no others out there. I've talked about it before. If you've got the only one, shoot for the moon and see what happens. You just never know. I knew the range that I wanted to get for this. Remember, I paid $50. I wanted to get in the neighborhood of $700 to $750. I could find one on Worth Point, and it was open, and still new unused. It sold for, I think it was $745. So I knew that was about what I was looking for. Hopefully, with the seal, I was going to get more, but you just don't know. That was several years ago that sold. I got multiple offers for this, 400, 500, even 600, and nobody came back with my counters. I got an offer actually the other day, a message saying, are you interested in taking high dollar trades like knives and high-end gun parts and stuff like that? I don't even know how that would work on eBay, but no, I don't want your random stuff. I want cash. And so that was just a day ago, or 2 days ago, I guess, at this point. And then as I was out garage sailing on Saturday morning, I got an offer of $748.50. Weirdly specific number. I had it listed at about $850. Like I said, shooting high because there are no others out there. There are only 1,000 in existence. But when $748.50 came in, that's what I wanted. I wanted $700 to $750 for this. So I accepted. And then you got to go, okay, well, is he going to pay? Right? Because you just don't know. There are so many times where you accept an offer and no payment then comes in. I accepted the offer at 10:07 a.m. At 10:10 a.m., he paid. So I was very excited the rest of the garage sale morning. We sold this guy $50 to buy, $750 at sale. I obviously paid up a little bit, but goodness, what a fantastic sale that was. Like I said, this came from the same sale, Weatherby Firearms. Really cool corduroy look on this hat. It's still new. I think I've got one other in this style. And I've gotten a few lowball offers on these as well, but it's new and there aren't a lot out there like this. I don't know if there's another out there like this other than the one I have left. And somebody came in and did buy it full price, $22.74 plus shipping. So that's pretty good. I paid $80 for a whole bunch of hats, most of them new with tags, that sort of deal. Here we've got cast iron. And this, my first ever find of Griswold. That's the brand. Keep an eye out for it, guys. There is a huge collector base for this thing. It took a while for me to sell. I did have it a little bit higher priced for the size, but it's in really nice condition. And so I did price it up a little bit, willing to take offers if they came in, but somebody actually paid full price. This is actually heading up to Wasilla, Alaska, as it turns out. You might freak out at that, but you know what? Alaska, not that expensive for me to send to, actually. I mean, I'm here in Montana. It's actually not that bad when I ship things to Alaska. I've sent there before. $68.24 plus shipping for my number 6 Griswold cast iron. This one is headed up to Canada. Hot Wheels. We've got a Ferrari here. Pretty cool. The box is a little bit banged up. It was opened at some point, so this was probably taken out and displayed. It's still tied onto that little stand, and so I know it wasn't taken off of that because it's got the factory little zip tie things on there, but they probably did take it out to display it, then put it back in the box. I paid $20 for it. I paid up. I was pretty sure that it would sell and I would make a few bucks, and it's a cool thing to have in the store. Sometimes I pay up to have cool things in the store, honestly. And it sold. I took an offer of 83 Canadian dollars. So we're going to end up making, I don't know, by the time we convert that and ship it and figure in our buy cost and all that, I think we make 20, 30 bucks profit or something. We basically double our money. So I'm happy with that. Back here, we've got the Doors. This is their self-titled album. I actually paid up for this. I think I paid like 10 bucks for this, which was too much because there are 2 different versions of this album, and I forgot that. And so the first pressing is worth a bit more. This one is worth right about what I paid. I got $14.99 plus shipping, I think it was, for this, but it sold pretty quickly, so that's fine, and somebody gets a cool album. And then, well, let's do this one. We got another Cruel kit. This one not quite as good as the stocking, for sure, that you might have seen in that last What Sold video, but I actually sent out an offer on this. It was accepted. $17 plus shipping for the Wildflowers in Country bucket. So there you go, another Cruel kit that I sold. And then one buyer came in and went on a Halloween spree. We sold this guy. If you look on the bottom, see if I can get it in the light there. There you go, General Foam. That's one of the brands you want to look for. This obviously has the barcode, so it's a little bit newer, but still, General Foam did make good products, and that stuff does sell pretty well. And so they came in and picked up this, the little jack-o'-lantern Halloween bucket, $9.98 plus shipping. And then they also, let me move it over here. They also picked these up. I got these at a sale here. We didn't end up getting this on film. It was right down the street, and we ended up just stopping in to see what they had. I picked up 4 of these die cuts, and then actually a couple other things in a pile, and I paid maybe $1 or $2 for all of it. These are really cool. These are from 1983, and there's some damage on there, you know, on her little crook there. There's a band. Look, there's a band there. I mean, you're not generally going to find these things in pristine shape, right? There's a little bit of bend there. So you just try the best you can to show all of the damage, but the graphic is so cool. It's actually double-sided, so they can display whichever side they want. And I got these, like I said, maybe $1 or $2 for a whole pile. I have one more of these left, and one buyer came in and picked up a bunch of them. And so she got this one, the Witch in the Cauldron. This one I charged a little bit more for, just because of the history of this one. It actually sold for a little more. The wing there, a little bit of a bend, but cool. The skeleton coming out of the door with the bats, really neat. And then these guys. We got the ghosts, the haunted house up there. Cool image. Again, all double-sided from 1983. All in on those 3, $34.25 plus shipping. That's pretty solid. Couple other things, actually, that I didn't get over on the counter. One of them, Gran Turismo 5. I just forgot to grab that out. $4.99 plus shipping on that video game. Lots of video games going out, along with some movies made for a little bit easier shipping today, which I actually really appreciated. And then we actually sold a purple ab roller. You may have heard those talked about on Commonwealth Picker's channel. He's the one that sort of made those popular. Tanked the market a little bit, Kevin, but it's okay. Mine still sold right here. Look at this, $119 and change. That free shipping, but of course you can get shipping for relatively inexpensive now for larger items. And I paid, I think, $5 for that ab roller, and it was in really, really good shape. I mean, it looked, probably was unused. And so you have to disassemble those. You don't have to, but you should, in order to ship them out a little bit easier. I just happen to have a box that fit that perfectly. And that's why you didn't see it, because I already had that thing packed up. I like to do that with the more complicated, bulkier things. I tend to take my photos and then I pre-package them. I get them in the box. They're ready to go. That way it doesn't sell and I go, oh, great, it's sold. Now what? I know that I have that thing ready. I'm not going to have to waste a whole lot of time in my day to pack something that's going to take a while, because it's already done. I don't pre-package most of my stuff, but I did pre-package the ab roller. Made it pretty easy. Once that thing sold, I just put a label on it. In terms of eBay glitching, seems to have cleared up. Thankfully, we've talked about it for a couple of days on here, that I've been having some issues with eBay, the app, with printing labels, all sorts of random little stuff. Nothing that was really impacting business other than just being obnoxious. And thankfully, it looks like that cleared up. I printed all of my labels through eBay today. So the label printing issue seems to have cleared up, and the free shipping glitch, it said free shipping even though it wasn't free shipping, that seems to have cleared up as well on the app. So happy with that, happy with my sales. We picked up some really cool stuff this weekend. All around, it was a fantastic weekend. So guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me for this one. I got to get going. We'll see you next time.